that before with Eagle.
All right, so we spoke about solutions with
Flint, Michigan at the White House today.
Flint, Michigan was in the process of discovering
the water crisis 6 years ago in Flint, Michigan.
I want to ask another question. How was the urban planning in Flint, Michigan poor? Or why was the urban planning in Flint, Michigan insensitive to the people who live there? Claudia?
The pipes were rusty.
The pipes were rusted.
On April 25, 2014, Flint switched from water purchased from the city of Detroit to water pumped from the Flint River as a way to save money.
I'm already dying from my health issues, but y'all gonna kill me even quicker.
It didn't take long before Flint residents started complaining that something was wrong with the water.
Since they switched it to a river, the river was polluted from like factories and General Motors, and people were starting to get that water, and then it was contaminated with lead.
Right.
They switched the water to the river, saying that it would help, but some of the water from the pipes got.
Because the water was from where first? What was the original Lake Huron? Right. From Flint's water source.
And the water polluting the water. The water.
The trouble began 2 years ago when the state decided to switch Flint from Detroit's drinking water to a new system.
All the while, highly corrosive river water flowed through the city's lead pipes, leaching lead and other dangerous metals into the water supply. And what came out of the tap in many homes was toxic.
Do you get thirsty? Parched? From the Flint River of Michigan, quench your thirst with pure Flint.
But I want to say this. What did we realize in what was happening in Flint, Michigan? What neighborhoods were affected?
Flint, Michigan.
Like poorer neighborhoods. In that instance, it isn't about, okay, we talking about racism. It's not just black people. Yes, it's people who live in certain neighborhoods, and that water is being distributed to their houses. But that's a part of the infrastructure, and why the infrastructure is poor.
So in Flint, Michigan, they at least got one victory at least.
What?
That it wasn't only Flint, Michigan, and places in Michigan getting the lead water. It was other places too. Remember that one of the presidents went down there and helped them a little bit, but they still didn't help them.
Who went? It was Obama.
Yeah, Obama.
Flint's recovery is everybody's responsibility. That's why I'm here, to tell you directly that I see you and I hear you. Can I get some water? Thank you. I really did need a glass of water. This is not a stunt.
People were just like absolutely dejected.
That's not what I expected.
It felt like he minimized like what people were actually going through and struggling with.
We were holding on to hope that he would declare a disaster area. A disaster would give us FEMA, it would give us pipe replacement, get engineers in here. Then we could get Medicare for all the residents of Flint. As soon as he took a drink of the water and said everything's fine, that was that.
And look at it, years later, it's still poison.
Conductor, we have a problem.
An investigation is underway in Denmark, South Carolina, after a chemical meant to clean hot tubs is found in the city's drinking water.
For the third day, residents at the Jacob Riis housing complex can't use their tap water because it might not be safe to drink or cook with.
It was over the weekend when neighbors in West Baltimore began seeing signs hanging from their doors, warning them that bacteria may have been found in their water.
Jackson, Mississippi is facing growing pressure to do something about its water crisis, which is rooted in racial inequity.